Well, we have seen it time and time again in times of wildfire and other natural disasters. Critical communications infrastructure fails, sometimes with deadly consequences. Well, now amateur radio groups are trying to fill the communications gap in times of emergencies with a time-tested technology. ABC 10's Luke Clary reports.
Fresh air and freedom calls people to live among the trees and away from prying eyes. But in recent years, there is also fear.
That fear of not having a cell phone to communicate in the case of an emergency, like it happened at the campfire.
85 people died when the campfire burned down the town of Paradise on November 8, 2018. Many of the victims never got a warning, and our modern communications infrastructure failed when cell phones went down as tens of thousands tried to evacuate all at once.
People that were trapped in their cars that were trying to call their loved ones were trying to call them, but nobody could get through.
Alan Thompson with the Dorado County Amateur Radio Club came up with a new idea for an old communications technology.
So we set this to the alert channel, and then we push a button on the radio.
The Neighborhood Radio Watch.
We started last spring with having meetings, and people were getting their license, buying radios, and started participating.
Sherry Hawk has been recruiting. Members only need a General Mobile Radio Service license to join, which is easy to get, and unlike ham radio, doesn't require technical knowledge. The Radio Club refurbishes old commercial radios like this one, once used by the fire department or the police, disabling some of its features, making it as easy and straightforward for residents to use in a time of an emergency. The Pollock Pines Camino Neighborhood Radio Watch erecting this radio repeater on a ridge in Camino last year.
What would normally you'd only have maybe a 3 to 5 mile range with a standard radio, this can increase that range up to 15, 20, or even 30 miles away.
Everybody that would need to know in the case of a fire.
That's right.
The Caldor fire broke out south of Pollock Pines in August 2021, and Sherry's Neighborhood Radio Watch faced its first major test.
For me, it was calming to know what was happening. And I can get choked up when it comes to that because it was a huge help in our community.
Sherry's home was spared, along with her corner of the forest. And as another fire season approaches, there is comfort in knowing there are other eyes and ears among the trees.